What's going on YouTube? This is Chaos-Reighn here, and today I'm here to show you just a little bit about what I've been working on. I've actually been playing quite a bit. I've just not made any videos lately because every time I had a video to make, it would be, I would basically have an idea, I'd try it out, and then I'd get into, like, close to figuring it out, and then just stop altogether. Now, today's video is going to be something I have confirmed, as every other streamer has confirmed, and so on and so forth. And I'm going to cover Harvest today. Now, as you know, I did plan on making a whole thing about harvest crafting and harvest crafting, how valuable it is, how much you can get from it, and just as a kind of like a PSA to everyone who is looking to harvest craft. I kind of wanted to bring this video to you to show you that, hey, look, if I can do it just by paying some chaos, you can do the same thing. I will say that it is a little bit of investment. If you are doing harvest crafts, you will have to have your atlas filled out, and one of the most important things, you have to be pretty wealthy, pretty well off, wealthy, and so on and so forth, and you have to be able to purchase 4 of these watchstones up here. I only have 3. Only 3 have hit the market, but I do have a meticulous, which gives me 5 altars whenever the altars do show up. Now, so far I've been doing really good on getting pretty good crafts. If I go over to my stash here, I can kind of show you what I've been working on. I've gotten a couple of these. I haven't gotten any gifts yet, but I've only started today, just today. But I have gotten a lot of scarabs. I had actually very little of these, and then I downgraded them to polished, and then upgraded them back, and I got a couple of winged, as you see. And I haven't done any other scarabs, but I do have another video coming soon about other farming methods, which I will cover once I get to them. But right now, we are basically farming harvest for multiple reasons. First reason is, well, if you look here, we are stocking our Harbinger Scarab up and trying to get as much as we can to get, currency, raw currency. Second thing is, using harvest to craft cluster jewels is one of the best things you can do. As you see, I have a pretty decent amount of clusters in my clutter here. This is basically what my clutter tabs look like, aside from my prophecy tabs, which I often empty out and dump on people. And this is my watchstone tab, and I have a lot of decent stuff that I have already kind of saved up, and I am actively doing stuff with. So eventually I will be getting a pretty good profit off of things, right? But yeah, their harvest is really strong because it just gives you so many options and so many availabilities. Well, on top of what I have mentioned already, I have also started to sacrifice my T16 maps that I will never run, and I mean this, will never run. Now, there are some maps that I do like that are kind of annoying. Maze is okay, but Maze I've already sacrificed a lot of. Lighthouse I keep. Iceberg I keep. Dungeon, I've already started sacrificing these. Any of the T16s that I don't care for, I've already started to sacrifice over and over and over again just to get 3 of the lower tier maps. As you see, my T14 map, T15 map collection is rising more and more. Eventually, I'll have about maybe 30 or 40 T16s, but I'll have 3 times that many T15s, so that's another really big craft for you. The other thing I have been doing is, as you know, I like to double corrupt my gems. So far, I have hit one of these, and nothing really happened to it, so it was kind of a bummer. But, now we get to try again because I've been throwing lenses at these, and then I still have another one on the back burner, so that's good, right? So, other than that, they are 12x for non-leveled up ones. If I go down, I'll see a whole bunch. Let's see, it's 18 quality, or sorry, 18x for 23 quality, 11 chaos apparently. I think this guy just mispriced, but I'll offer as a joke and see if he accepts it. And then there's a whole bunch here, as you see, for 11 exalts. So it's not like they are very expensive to begin with, but I have been trying to hit a 623, and as such, I will kind of show you real quick. I need let's just look for scroll. I think I have one set aside somewhere. I know I have a corruption chamber, but I don't have anything to corrupt that I care about at this moment. Pretty sure I had a gem corruption chamber. I'm sorry, I'm not prepared for this. This is kind of a spur of a moment. Okay, so we have corruption chamber during our instances too. So as such, I did want to kind of, you know, take the time to do this. And if I hit Pog, I hit Pog. If I don't, I don't. This is just a goal of mine is to hit a 623 gem in the double corruption chamber this league. And my favorite gem is Awakened Chain, so I figured I'd give Awakened Chain the honest, you know, honest shot and give as much of a bet as I can, and maybe make a little bit of currency on the sidelines as well. So, other than that, we are basically taking as much as we can. Oh, not it's 11x risk. Who am I kidding? It's not going to be like it's a, you know, it's not like it's going to not hurt if it bricks, but it's at the same time, if it does brick, I'm just going to stick it on the back burner, level it up to level 5, and sell it for probably about the same price as I'd buy at the level 1 for, and then try again. And because I do actually encounter the Gem Corruption Chamber relatively often, I will be, I gotta be careful here. Apparently there's possessed monsters in my temple and they're scary. Ah, don't kill me, please. Bro, calm down. You too, calm down. Alright. Now, I am a raider, and I've been bouncing back and forth, and this is also kind of why I have, you know, I haven't been too sure on the content I want to make, because I actually tried to make a lightning arrow, galvanic arrow, Deadeye, and then I switched it to a raider, and no matter what I did, no matter how much attack speed I got, no matter what I felt like I was scaling, I couldn't get it to work with just uniques. Now, if you can probably get it to work with, you know, with a really big rare bow, or even there is a unique bow that I didn't try. I've been using the Opus because I've been trying to scale Opus on it. I even got some crit multi-jewels to kind of supplement it. Let me actually check where my... Okay, so if I go boom boom, there it is. And Death Opus is a very strong bow, and as much as I love the Death Opus bow, it is not meant for everything. I shot, it works just fine. As you see, I'm not really having too many issues. I will say the reason I am still a raider is because I just, as I said, I was testing things out, and I didn't really want to, you know, just quit just yet. And I don't like raider aside from its speed. If I were using a full crafted bow that was like 100x or something like that, you know, one of the bows that, well, we died. One of the bows that would basically cost us pretty much most of our bank, and then some, I would probably be more than glad to stick with raider, just because I would have the damage all offloaded on my bow, and I wouldn't need scaling of the Deadeye to push, you know, push the damage that I need to push right now to, you know, clear tier 16 bosses basically. And although I am able to clear them, it's not like it's a long fight. It's about a 20-second, 30-second fight as is. When I'm a raider, that is, when I'm a Deadeye, it's about 2 times that speed, and it's a very noticeable difference. Instead of making a bow, I am probably going to try and carry my damage on gloves. Basically, what I want to do is I want to scale more attack speed, because one of the biggest problems Death Opus has is basically its attack speed. So we'll see how that goes. And but yeah, after this real quick gamble, I am going to show you real quickly. I get lost. I think I got lost. All right. Found some chests. Well, let's take the... Guess I'll take that. Gluttony leather belt. If only that said headhunter leather belt, man. Wouldn't that be great, right? Anyway, so yeah, sorry. Let me look. Let me go kill this guy so I don't die. And then let me look where I'm at. I need to go up and over, or I can just go over this way. I think I am pretty good now, aside from I need to maybe move a room. Let's see. I need to go up 1 room. Okay. Alright. So, anyway, I've tried Deadeye, or tried the Raider on many occasions. I think if I get better, a better setup for my gloves, and then maybe craft up real boots, because I still haven't gotten around to it. But that's why I am doing harvest, is so I can maybe get some currency saved up, and then spend a whole ton of currency. But yeah, let's go ahead and see our luck, right? Um, oh, I have to pull it out first. Okay. So let's see. We have a 520 awakened chain, and what do we hit? Oh, there we go. We didn't hit 623, but we hit 620, and we will take that. We will take that. 620 is a very good hit. If I were to sell it, I can sell it probably for 2 or 3 times the price of chain, and maybe buy a couple of chains, or even just buy one and try again, see where I get. But we're just gonna leave the temple now. So that being said, that was a pretty good hit. I'm pretty excited about it, honestly. But I've been doing a lot of playing in standard and a lot of playing in league. I've been doing some wheeling and dealing in league, trying to get as much currency saved up as I can, because I do want to start crafting my crazy gear. But let's go ahead and show you now the reason why we're making this video. I guess one of the other reasons we're making this video, and that is to show you what harvest is like. Well, I'm gonna go to my stash over here. As you see, we have 31 chaos left. I started when I was at about 200 chaos, and the reason why I recommend starting at this point is because when you're at about 200 chaos, you have more than 10 maps. That's more than 10 maps, more than 10 gardens that you can choose from. And when you have more than 10 gardens to choose from, you tend to get a lot of good value out of the gardens. Now, as you saw, I did have a decent amount of winged scarabs. Truth be told, I've only started doing it today, and I've only managed to get 2 winged scarabs off of it. But in the 200 chaos I've spent, 1 winged scarab would cost about 130 to 150 C, over, in other words, an X plus. On average, people usually try to buy the winged scarabs for an X if they buy them, but the sellers, a lot of times, if they have a multiple of them, they'll sell them for like an X.5 or something like that each. So yeah, there is a little bit of a discrepancy on that kind of thing. Oh, I gotta be careful. Obviously, winged scarabs are very, very good, and if you can afford them, get them. They are really strong and really good for doing pretty much what you need to do, grinding out some currency. Now, I don't know if this is 100% true, but this is from my experience and only my experience. From my experience, when I've been doing the Harbinger farm, it feels like they have decided to go out and shadow nerf it. Now, this is an unfortunate turn of events because I really enjoyed doing this farming method. If anyone else is having this experience in this method, please leave a comment so I know it's just not me being a crazy cuckoo head. But no, for real, there's just a lot of stuff like that, and I've heard that they shadow nerfed a couple other things recently, and it's kind of expected. The Harbingers were paying out a whole big ton, but I just kind of making conversation. Maybe someone has been paying attention and they have shadow nerf stuff. Alright, Chillings, Refusings, quality of flasks. Alright, I don't care. Let's go. Val wins 5C. No, thank you. Primal outcomes. Modify a scarab and change the map into other map. We like that. So as I said, we're making a whole bunch of scarabs, and it's literally making. So as you know, we take and we upgrade the polished ones. And my reasoning behind upgrading the polished ones is, in my experience, if you upgrade a winged one and it doesn't hit, or sorry, if you upgrade a gilded one and it doesn't hit winged, it will poof and disappear. But if you upgrade a polished one, it will either give you a winged or give you a gilded, and it's about the same odds, in my experience, to get the winged regardless. So what do we have? Attempt to upgrade. Well, let's see. I know I have maybe poofed it once, but let's see. And we got a gilded Harbinger Scarab. So that's pretty good. So change a map, prioritizing maps, sacrifice a map for multiple maps, one tier. There we go. So this is what we were talking about before. We're turning a really, really big profit here doing this. Let's say we just spent 12 chaos, right? We spent 12 chaos. Now we go over here, we take one of the maps we don't want to run, let's say Dungeon, and let's say this map is about 10C or 8C even. We turn one 8C map into three 8C maps, and we have already paid for our craft and then a little bit of extra. And there we go, we're done with this one. What do we have here? Map enchantment, fragments and change splinters, or change court keys. We have exchange fossils, sacrifice a map for Atlas, sacrifice a map for Xana crafting option. So this is a pretty tough choice. Normally I'd snap pick this because I want infused harbinger crafts, but I'm doing this because I have 3 options instead of 1. If it was a 2-to-1, I probably would just take the 1 just because we want the infused harbinger and the infused anarchy even, because infused anarchy does help. Alright, kill everything. Get another... Alright, perfect. And let's see, sacrifice a red map, create map fragment based on its tier. So this is another thing I sacrifice these crappy maps for. Like, you take this dungeon, bam, and then this is what happens. We get a Minotaur, Purification, and Ignorance, and a Phoenix, all for one map. So you take that, again, let's say we're taking profits, right? We take profits, we spent 12 chaos, and then one map worth about 8 to 10 chaos. We got 20, 40, 60, 70 chaos back just off of that. And then that's not including the fact that we upgraded one scarab to another, which I think is about a 40C differential. We split a map down, which is a big differential there. And now we can sit here and change essence stacks, which is going to be an even bigger like upgrade to our bank, basically. So let's see, what do we have? So I like the physical ones. We're not going to do that. Cold damage ones are pretty duty, so actually we have 23 of this one. What's the 23? What is this? Ranged weapons, attack speed, melee weapons, attack speed, gloves, attack speed. Nah, what's this one? One-handed, has impale effect. Yeah, we're going to do this one. So what do we have? We have deafening essence of fear. So let's see, what is that? Spell damage? That's minion damage. So we're definitely not going to reroll over that because minion damage is very, very strong. Was that a deafening? Yeah, that was deafening, right? Two-handed minions deal 104 increased damage. Alright. I just looked at it and okay, yeah, they're the same. So now, let's see. Lightning damage to spells. We could do this. Do we have another big stack? Nope. Alright, so we're going to do this one. We got... Let's see... Spell damage? Alright, so we keep the woes because the woes are actually pretty decent. So now we go to the 7 stack for cold damage to spells. And we get cast speed. Cast speed is probably not good. We're probably gonna... Yeah. So we basically, not only did we get all the profits from, you know, that one craft there, we got 3 maps in exchange for 1. And on top of getting the 3 maps, on top of getting the fragments, we also ended up getting a couple of essences that we changed, like some bad ones for a little bit better ones. Now, I might be wrong on the pricing of some of the... Not pricing, but on the value of some of these. I don't have my essence tab online, so I can't really tell you how much one item is over the other, unfortunately. But I can kind of give you a rough estimate on, you know, what to expect from, you know, the items and so on and so forth. And honestly, a stack of 9 is about an exalt right now, maybe a little bit more. That's what I can expect if I were to place a stack of 9 deafenings of any of these on the market. Some of them are about 2 exalts or more for a stack of 9. I'm unsure what's what because I don't really sell essences. I just keep them in case I want to start crafting. But if you are someone who sells essences, I'm pretty sure you would make a fortune off of it. Alright, well, that wraps things up. Without further ado, this has been Chaos-Reighn again. I do appreciate everyone joining me here today. There's something to be said about taking a little bit of a break from, you know, the YouTube back-to-back every day. I will be more active, I promise. I know I said that before, but now I'm saying it again, that it's just been a little bit of a kind of a headache, kind of trying to think of content, and then turns out this doesn't work, trying to think of that, turns out that doesn't work. But I have a lot of content in mind now. Stuff I've already been working on, stuff I'm currently working on, stuff I'm going to be working on shortly. And the crafting and detailed crafting on how to make pretty much every single piece of gear as I craft it up, going from all uniques and what rare to all rares. So I hope you stick around and you stick around long enough for me to show you me crafting a really insane pair of boots and gloves. Eventually I do want to build a belt and another belt, or buy a headhunter again, or get a armor and then craft a quiver, so on and so forth, until I'm basically down to the two items that I always have, which is the Hero's Truth and the helmet. So without further ado, this has been Chaos-Reighn. I do appreciate you joining me here today again. It's amazing that I do have this many subscribers and this many followers on PlayStation, and I am kind of glad that people are taking my advice and I have an impact in the game, and it's cool. It's really cool. As always, take it easy, everybody. Have a good night. I know this video was long, but I appreciate you sticking around to the end. Peace out, everybody.